What up, party people? It's your boy Rodney Perry. You're tuned into Rodney Perry Presents 5 Quick Questions. It's with this show I created so I can talk to some of my friends that maybe I don't get to talk to every day and ask some questions that I may not know the answer to, or maybe I do know the answer to, and you need to know the answer to. Either way, we're gonna chop it up with some of my folks, man. And I'm so excited to talk to this person today. A star, a comedic juggernaut, if you will. She's been tearing up the stages. You know her most recently for her stint on Netflix. She ready with our girl, Tiffany Haddish. She is indeed ready on so many levels. Welcome to the show, Miss Flame Monroe. How are you, Flame?
Woohoo! What's up, Rodney P? How are you?
Man, I'm excited to see you and to kind of take it all in. 5 quick questions. This is real easy. I'm gonna ask you the question. You answer it as you see fit. You ready?
Are they in English or Spanish?
I wish I knew some Spanish. You hear me? Okay. When you get the call that you're going to be on Netflix, who is the first person you called?
Besides telling my children, the first person I called was my sister Tiffany.
Okay. What did she say?
Not my real sister either. This is a trans girl. She's been taking care of me since I was 14 years old. When we met, when we lived in the projects, my mother was powerfully abusive, verbally and physically. And Tiffany took me up under her wing, and we have been best friends since 14. And she has been taking care of me. And when I say taking care of me, I don't mean financially, but she takes care of me since I was 14. She's the first person I called and said, "Bitch, we got it."
Yo, man, I was so happy to see you on Netflix because it's such a powerful platform. And man, you did your thug thizzle on there. Tell me this, Flame. Question number 2. What does Chicago mean to your comedy?
Oh my God, Chicago is everything to my comedy. I am born and raised in Chicago. And for those of you all in the comedy game, new or old, who never had the opportunity to go to All Jokes Aside, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm apologizing for you not being able to witness the greatness and the phenomenalness that came out of this club, of the people that came through there, and the tangible things that you learn, not even from being on the stage, from just being in their presence. It was so many comedians, yourself, Monique, Steve Harvey, Bernie Mac that came, Damon Williams, who, George Wilborn, who was the host. But I wasn't always allowed to get on the stage, but I was always in that space because I was hearing. I was hearing. This is where you learn. You learn through your ears, not through your mouth. Wow. So I was hearing how it's going and what I need to do and how to get better. And I'm watching and studying. And 20 years in the game, I'm still a student of the arts. I had a meeting with Netflix yesterday. There's a 1-hour special brewing with not my name on it. And it's going to be the most ignorant Chicago shit you ever seen.
Yo, I love that. I love that. I love that. Flame, the Instagram is he, she, we.
He, she, we.
He, she, we has drawn you some backlash. Are you okay?
He, she, we almost got me kicked off They Ready.
How so?
I can't tell that story right here. It's for the book. Okay. But there was a producer that was very not happy with that joke about he, she, we, that I was going to offend somebody. That's because they just became gay. I'm like, nigga, I've been gay the whole time. You should have stayed with Rode the Bus when I got on. You a new nigga. I've been doing this shit. It's not, but they took it out. It was very difficult for me to purchase that too. And if you're unfamiliar with what he, she, we is, he, she, we is my own preferred pronoun. He cash a check, she make the money, we spend it. Same bitch said, the same nigga is it. See how I wrapped all that up in there? All of it went up in there, all the pronouns.
I'm not mad at that. And I mean, you find a way to unify people always. And you're not only a delightful comedian, a world travel human being, but you're also, is the right word father?
Father, daddy, give me some money. I need this, I need that. You can just call me I need, because you're a parent. You know what they do. I need.
I need. My name Cash App.
Oh.
Hey,
Yeah, I have three children, 19, 18, and 14.
how does
I am
how do
their
you
biological father, and that's all they've ever known me to be is their biological father. They know exactly who I am and what I am, but they've never known me in any other capacity besides being their daddy.
wow. So with that, with your success, you took it to another level. How are they adapting your familiarity? People knowing who you are. Like people ask me that same thing about my kids. How do your kids deal with it?
Um, my kids are pretty well adjusted, right? Because I never changed. I was like this before they met me. Y'all knew me before they knew me, but y'all knew me as a girl. So
Uh,
when they met me, I was already who I was. And I'm writing a series of children's book with April Ryan. We're writing a series from the perspective of a child of a transgender parent. See, they always talk about the tranny or the trans kid, but nobody has ever asked the kid, "How do you feel about your dad being like that?" To get the real exclusive. So we're doing a series of books. We just got the deal. So thank you, April. So we'll be able to explain in detail in a book because these are questions that people want to ask, and sometimes people are like, I don't want to cross the line. I don't want to, say the wrong thing. I'm from Chicago's West Side. There is absolutely nothing you can say to me wrong except you hurt me or you don't have my check. Anything else, it's over.
hey, I'm sure you don't have to worry about people talking about that how your check no more.
Oh, you
Uh,
won't. I won't touch your stage until I have my money.
yes, ma'am. Last question, Flame Monroe. Um, we come through. We play the comedy clubs. What's your big goal?
Oh, well, see, thank you, Rodney, for asking me that question because everyone thinks because you've done comedy that is it for you. Comedy is my stepping stone to get me to where I want to be. What I want and what I do, comedy is not my first love. I don't even want to be in somebody's comedy club every weekend. That was never my get down. I am a host, and you just said I bring people together. As the MC of any of an award show, Oscars, Grammys, Tonys, because that's what I did before I met you all. I hosted all the drag shows in Chicago. I have a way of bringing people together. Even if you're uncomfortable with what you're looking at me when I'm dressed up, by the time I'm finished with you after an hour or 20 or 30 minutes, you will be so comfortable with me and with yourself, of allowing yourself to watch me. That is my new demographic of fans, Rodney. Straight men have really allowed themselves to stop looking at what I look like and let down and shield and say, this nigga one of us, he just got some damn titties. And that's how they come at me. And you know what? I'm not an overly sensitive person. So that's a compliment to me. That's in the black community, especially. That's a compliment. Man, you did your thing, nigga. You did your thing. That is a compliment to me. So all these overly sensitive ass people, you called me a man. Did you pee this morning? Oh, okay. Because that's shaken, not stirred.
You know what? You know what?
I know
Yo,
who.
we look forward to seeing your show. We look forward to seeing you hosting. We look forward to you getting all your heart's desires. Flame, you are a gentlewoman and a scholar.
Hey, thank you, Rodney, and thank you for being authentically you. The entire time I have known you, you have never swayed or dismayed or looked with sideways when I came in the room or to look to speak to see who was watching. You was always the man that you were supposed to be. I'm sorry that so many other were not the men that they were supposed to be, but at least you and a couple of other ones were. So I appreciate that, Rodney, and it did not go unnoticed. Thank
And
you.
you know what I say all the time, Flame, is that people are consistent. Like it's very hard for people to be if they're not a good person, it's hard for them to do it over time. And people always show you who they are. So I hope I prove to be genuine because you have proven that to be.
Well, as sexy as I was when I was young, I never intimidated you. I guess some of them brothers couldn't take it. Oh, well, some of them could. I would tell the names, but that's for the book. Okay, look.
For the book. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is my friend Flame. How do people stay in touch with you? How do they find you on social?
Oh, my new podcast was season 2 of my podcast on iHeart under the Black Effect Network, under my Instagram page, which is at Monroe Flame or at Laugh and Learn Podcast. You can also listen to it on Apple, iHeart, Spotify, Amazon, or wherever you listen to your podcast. You can follow me on YouTube, subscribe to my YouTube page at Monroe Flame on Instagram, and Marcus Flame Monroe Parker on Facebook. And yeah, please listen to the podcast. We used to do politics, but I'm about to be the new Wendy Williams. How you doing?
Hey,
Minus the big ankle.
you know what? I'm about to go.
Oh, I love Wendy. Prayers for Wendy.
Hey.
I pray she get better. But until she comes back, Sherry Shepherd is killing that shit. Sherry is killing it.
Well said. Hey, I'm Rodney Perry. That's Flame Monroe. And this was 5 quick questions. Thank you, Flame.
Bye, Rodney.